They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know, now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do, so run if you want to. 'Cause we are machines. Remember the way we used to feel before we were made from steel. We will take the field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. I'm ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do, you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to create a machine. Cities of resistance falling under our feet. Our machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us, 'cause we are searching for a better life. They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know, now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to pray a machine. Cities of resistance falling under our fate. A machine. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us, 'cause we are remember the way we used to feel before we were made from steel. We will take the field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. I'm ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do. So you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to pray a machine. Cities of resistance falling under our fate. A machine. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us, 'cause we are searching for a better life. They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know, now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a before we were made from steel. We will take the field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. I'm ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do. So you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to break our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate. Our machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us, 'cause we are searching for a better life. They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know, now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to create our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate. Our machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us, 'cause we are remember the way we used to feel before we were made from steel. We will take the field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. for a better life. They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know, now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do, so run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to create a machine. Cities are persistent.
Good evening, Belfast! We know the weather's really bad out there, but you need to make up for it, so good evening, Belfast! So glad that you've come out tonight. As I say, the weather is bad out there. Trust me, we've all had difficulties getting here. But we're still going to have a good night tonight. We're going to have a great show. But I need you to be as vocal as you can. Belfast, come on, it's the first time we're in Northern Ireland. So we need you to be as loud and vocal and cheering for everyone. So can we do that, Belfast? What I might ask, actually, yeah, keep the lights up, keep the lights up. What I might ask, guys, when we go live on TV, which will be 8 p.m. tonight, do you guys want to shift over to that side? Then you'll be on television. Unless you're dodging the tax man or something. Yeah. But yeah, if anybody up there wants to move on to this side, please feel free. The following is a singles match set for one fall. Introducing first. Making his way to the ring, this is Duncan Disorderly.
Now, making his way to the ring, we've got Duncan Disorderly. I've known a lot about this guy for a long time. He's one of the key competitors over here in Northern Ireland. He's been tearing up on the scene. Known about this guy ever since I started wrestling in Northern Ireland myself, so I've been excited to call this gentleman's match. Very talented and what we'll see is very aggressive individual. I do fear for whoever is going to step in the ring with him tonight, because I know he's going to want to impress in his debut here in 5-Star Wrestling.
And his opponent. Making his way to the ring, this is Brian Cole.
And here comes Brian Core, someone I've also known for a few years. Again, a very, very hard-working young man here on the scene. I've been in locker rooms with him and in Pro Wrestling Ulster. I've been impressed with this guy, and he's looking very lean indeed. He's ready for competition. Obviously, Duncan Disorderly is the larger of the two gentlemen, but I know Brian Core is very fast. Oh, absolutely graceful getting in the ring there. Looking for that support from the hometown crowd. And again, credit to everyone who made it out here tonight, because we know the crazy weather conditions that we've been having to deal with. So thank you to each and every single person who has gone through the storm to make it here tonight to be at 5 Star Wrestling. We are delighted that we're able to entertain you tonight. The crowd are getting right behind this here, because everyone who's made it, think about what they've been through to be here tonight. Terrible weather conditions, but we made it. We're in the arena and we're live on Facebook and on Twitch. Duncan Disorderly goes to isolate the wrist there for the top wrist lock. What's Brian Corr going to do to get out of this? Nice roll through, goes back, quick nip up, and reverses that top wrist lock. Thought he was going for perhaps an arm drag there, but he's sticking with simplicity here, stopping Duncan Disorderly from getting to the ropes. Nice flip there. Again, folks, that's not going to win you the match, but that's Brian Corr letting him know that he is here to compete. He's not afraid of Duncan Disorderly, despite his reputation. However, I hope that Brian Corr doesn't get too focused on the crowd here in Belfast. And interestingly here, Duncan Disorderly goes back to the top wrist lock. Maybe that's a point of principle here. Just trying to bully Brian Corr a little bit there. What's Brian Corr going to do to escape this predicament? There we go. Duncan Disorderly, by any means necessary, actually grabbing the hair to send him back to the mat. Obviously, the referee isn't going to disqualify him for that, but he's getting a stern warning there. Now, folks, you're watching, you're probably wondering, why is Greg Lambert not here? And I can't go into details because we don't know, but I'm hearing that he is involved in a deal that's going on backstage to bring in a major talent here in 5 Star Wrestling. So I've got to be asking Greg about that when he gets in. But Duncan Disorderly back to the action, using those vicious clubs to the back to the headlock. Brian Corr pushing him against the ropes to get the momentum to escape. Needs a huge shoulder tackle. Duncan Disorderly seems to be in control. Brian Corr very graceful, and eventually hits him with a high drop kick there. Nice arm drag as well. Japanese arm drag. Again, let's not focus on the crowd too much here, Brian. Very talented young man, but you've got to focus on the task at hand. Now, what does Duncan Disorderly have in mind here? He's got to be careful that he doesn't get disqualified. Here in 5 Star Wrestling rules, he's only got till 10. So if he doesn't get back in the ring, this could be over. Wow, leaving it very late there. And straight back out. That's one way to get in the head of your opponent. Perhaps Duncan Disorderly's taken a moment to just bring the match down to his pace, perhaps.
That's what I'm talking about, people. Smarts as well as looks.
He says smarts as well as looks. Right now, Brian Corr's adopted some aggression there, and here we go. Stunner on the ropes there, straight to the throat. Well, that technically, I suppose, is a legal maneuver. That's veteran instincts there. That's using the ring as a weapon.
That's what I think of you, Sunshine.
He says, that's what I think of you, Sunshine, while he's just kind of shooing away his face. They're not kicks. Again, it's just a little sign of disrespect. Just being the alpha male there. Oh, beautiful leg lariat there from Duncan Disorderly, who seems to be very pleased with himself, and some of the audience are here, not others. I was very impressed by that, but again, Duncan Disorderly also taking his aggression out on his opponent and the crowd here, with a huge slam there. If you notice, he didn't send him flying, he dropped him very close to where he was, being in control of the opponent, dropping 2 elbows in quick succession. Is he going for the third? Misses the third elbow. Perhaps taking that extra second has cost him there, as Brian Corr looks to gain back some momentum with a chop straight to the chest of Duncan Disorderly. Sends him off the ropes. But Duncan Disorderly holds on again. Using the ring to your advantage there. With a rather low kick from Duncan Disorderly, but it was to the, I do believe it was to the abdomen area. Can't be 100% sure, but that's what it looked like to me. I'm going to leave that one in the trust of the referee, though. Oh, now that's a chop right there. Duncan Disorderly returning the favor to Brian Corr. Huge double knee straight to the chin, followed by some more chops. This is not looking good for Brian Corr right now. Referee's warning him. Couldn't exactly see what the referee was saying there. Brian Corr goes to the middle rope with what looked like a single leg drop kick. Right on the button there, goes for the pin. Kick out at 2. Nice spinner there for Duncan Disorderly, and that looked like a rake to the eyes. Now the referee's going to have to start up in the ante here with his warnings. He needs to be careful. If Duncan Disorderly gets disqualified, it's obviously going to be a loss in the column for him. Nobody wants that. It's wins that help you get paid here. Nice snapmare takedown, sitting him down. Huge soccer kick to the back. Now that one sends a shiver right down your opponent's spine. That is a great way to kind of ground your opponent. You're also going to put a little bit of feed in them as well. That's not an area you want to be messing with there. And a very tight rear naked choke. And what I like about this is he's not lying down with him. He was leaning on top of him there. But Brian Corr's managed to get the momentum to get back up. And the crowd here in Belfast are getting right behind Brian Corr, who looks like he's going for a beautiful back suplex, giving Brian Corr the separation that he needs right in this moment in time. Question is, what can he do with said separation? More chops to the chest. Duncan Disorderly gives as good as he gets. Very impressed with these two. We're now advancing from chops. Look like, can't tell if they're open-handed or not, but they're just punches to the face. Ducks underneath. And a beautiful head scissors there from Brian Corr. And you know what? The people who made the effort to get through that blizzard right now are right behind Brian Corr, who is fully in control of the matchup right now. Well, he was fully in control. Maybe he still is. As Brian Corr ascends to the top rope. It's high risk, but can also be high reward. Huge crossbody from the top. This could be a 2. Oh, big kick out at 2 there. I genuinely thought that was going to be one in the win column for Brian Corr. That was a beautiful crossbody from the top rope. Very impressed with these two athletes. I sincerely hope to see them again here in 5-Star Wrestling, not just in Belfast, but perhaps we can get these guys added to the core roster. Goes for the kick. Duncan Disorderly reverses, and he goes for a huge, what looked like a, oh, is this 2? Oh, huge kick out. That was like a, almost like a sit-out STO there, with a lift just before it. Difficult to know what to call that sometimes. These guys are so innovative with their offense. Oh, just slapping him in the face there. Bosh, bosh. Is this a running power slam? Nope, slips down the back, pushes him off the ropes, and he goes for the schoolboy, but he rolls through. Another single leg drop kick there. Is this the one? Not going for the pin there. This could be a mistake from Brian Corr. Very talented young athlete who's got a super bright future in this business, but you just can't take the time to mess around and get the applause from the crowd. Hit the maneuver, goes for the moonsault, he hits it. 1, 2, 3. Fair play to Brian Corr there. What a huge victory here. Now, if you got a chance to see that, I don't know if you noticed, but it also looked like as he landed, his knees went into the ribs of Duncan Disorderly, which really takes the wind right out of you. But credit to Duncan Disorderly. This guy is a hell of an athlete. You can see it. The way that he's put together, he's physically built, he's a warrior. I know we're going to see, well, I hope we're going to see both these guys in 5-star wrestling again. Great performance there from both athletes, but particularly well done to Brian Gore, who's thoroughly enjoying this moment right now. This guy has been working hard for a number of years, and I'm glad that he's getting the opportunity here in 5-star wrestling. Let's go to Steve Linsky to see what's next.
At this time, I'd like to welcome to the ring, the Modfather, Flash Morgan Webster!
Here comes one of my favorites on the show, Flash Morgan Webster. Catch him on Twitter at @Flash_Morgan. This guy is a huge fan favorite. He's been having a little bit of difficulty here in 5-star wrestling. He's not in the win column yet. Running into some trouble. But who knows, today could be the day. He's already gone through a battle to even be here, considering the adverse weather conditions. Might have to go through a similar battle in the ring tonight, who knows? But what I do know is the Belfast crowd here are right behind Flash Morgan Webster, who's known not just for his matches, but also his amazing talk show segment, the Modcast. Now, he's not officially calling himself the Moderator yet, but I'm going to keep saying it, because it makes sense. Flash, call yourself the Moderator, please.
How are we doing, Belfast? I think my mic might be broken because I said, how are we doing, Belfast? That's much better. Now I want to come out here and I have 2 minutes with you, if that's okay. Is that okay?
It's okay by me.
Okay, so for the last couple of weeks, I've been having match after match after match, and unfortunately, I haven't won any. I lost in the Tap Snap Championship match. I lost against Joey Axel, and then last week I lost against Matty Mayhem. And now I'm at the back and I look at the window of the show, and my name's not on it. Now I get it, you have to earn your place here at 5-star wrestling for the best wrestlers from around the world. And I understand, if I don't win, it means I don't get a match. I understand that. Now I can sit in the back, I can collect a paycheck, I can say it was nice to be here, but I want to perform in front of all of you. And understand, this is my first time in a while I've been in Belfast, I want to perform in front of the Belfast faithful. So, I'm looking for anyone tonight, no matter how big they are, I will face anyone at all, any challenger, it doesn't matter. Anyone at all, send them out. I'll take them.
Very brave from Flash Morgan Webster. Will someone answer the challenge? Here we go. Who's it going to be? Oh my goodness. I can tell you now, this gentleman is no joke. Here comes my only opponent in 5-star wrestling, Big Grizzly. This guy is as tough as they come. Look at his size.
Flash, flash, flash.
He's a bit big, isn't he?
Stop bumping your gums and listen to me, boy. Week after week, you keep coming out there and losing. No one cares. These people don't care. The boys in the back don't care. You couldn't even beat Matty Mayhem last week, could you? Shut up, boy. So what makes you think you can come out here and put an open challenge? Flash Morgan Webster putting an open challenge to anybody in the back. Anybody.
You see, Grizz.
Vickers, if that is your real name. I might have lost in front of Liverpool. I might have lost in front of Newcastle. I might have lost in front of Sheffield. But tonight, I'm in Belfast, baby! And I think with all these people's support, Flash Gordon Webster can get the first ring at 5-star wrestling. What do people think?
I don't care what they think. I care what I think. You loser.
Harsh words.
I think it's quite funny that Grizzly calls me a loser because I was also looking at the running order and you're not on tonight either, and that might be because apart from me, you also haven't won a match here at 5-star wrestling. So if I'm a loser, and we're two losers, given the fact that that makes you the bigger loser.
He's gone there.
It hasn't been my fault, Flash. I've been in a tag team every week. But unfortunately, Big Dave is stuck at home in the snow. I'm left here on my own. And I am a winner, Flash.
Well, you say you're a winner, Big Grizzly. How about you prove it tonight? When you go one-on-one with the Godfather, Flash Morgan Webster. What do you say, boy?
You people want to see me go one-on-one with Flash Morgan Webster? Do you people want to see me go one-on-one with Flash Morgan Webster? I guess you call yourself a match, Flash.
Oh. And here we go. Is it official? Have they rang the bell. This is a match, and here we go. Huge running knee in the corner to Big Grizzly from Flash Morgan Webster, who's starting this matchup on fire right now. Not sure this is the wisest strategy, going for the suplex. But he seems to hit the knee, get himself a big forearm there, pushed off the ropes. Ducks under one from Big Grizzly, ducks under two, through the legs, grabs the waist. Yeah, not sure that was the best strategy, Flash, but who might criticize as Big Grizzly goes straight over the top rope. The crowd are right behind Flash Morgan Webster. Oh, nice dive there from Flash Morgan Webster, but oh, the size of Big Grizzly allowed him to just manhandle him there. But what? And Big Grizz eats the post. What is Flash Morgan Webster going for here? Nice using the post there. Nice little Hurricane Rana. Let's not take out the fans though. I remember over there, Big Grizzly, someone needs to do something about it. He went right up to that little boy and said, "Shut up, boy." Reminded me of that Simpsons episode where he goes, "Shut up, boy." Goes for a big crossbody. Grizz catches up, deadlifts him with a huge slam there. Oh, I thought that was the end right there. Flash Morgan Webster letting out a cough there in exhaustion. Huge right hand from Big Grizzly. This is really where the difference in size is a factor. That doesn't help, but also doesn't help when your opponent's grabbing you by the nostrils. So he's going for a big sidewalk slam here. Oh, but delivers it straight to the knee. Interesting spin on that. Flash Morgan Webster with a nice inventive kick from the ground. Once again, that's how agile this man is. But now Big Grizzly's just playing football with Flash Morgan Webster. Ducks underneath. Huge front drop kick there. Is tonight the night for Flash Morgan Webster? That he finally gets in the win column here at 5-Star Wrestling. Another one of those patented knees in the corner. The Grizzly's just too big to whip him across the ring. He's still going for it though. You got to hand him that. He's tenacious. Again, using his agility there, he's just one step ahead. The crowd are right behind Flash here. Goes for a crossbody, and this time he's successful. Beautiful kind of front flip senton there. Again, this is what I like about Flash Morgan Webster. Very, very good understanding of how to win a match. You'll notice that after his maneuvers, immediately into the cover. It sounds obvious, but you don't see it that much. Here we go. Again, going back to that same strategy. Maybe isn't the best one for Flash, but again, who am I to criticize? Beautiful Hurricane Rana from the second rope there. Grizzlies to the outside. Is he going to look for that dive once again? The Belfast crowd want it. Flash Morgan Webster, he will deliver. Over the top rope. And there you go, you got to get back in the ring to make that pin. Oh, huge. There we go. Massive kick out there. That was a diving senton from the top rope there. Is Flash going to be looking for one of those knees again? Huge clothesline from Big Grizzly there. Send him into next week with that one. That's going to take the air straight out your lungs. Can Big Grizzly capitalize? Can't believe he fell for that one. Here we go. Is he going to look for that moonsault? He is. Big Grizzly with that ring awareness. I'd say it was necessarily sportsmanship, but it was effective. Doesn't have to fall down into that tree of woe position there. And he's just lifting him up. He's just... This is just brutality now. But again, it is effective. What you got to ask yourself though is, the referee does have his discretion. How much is he going to let this go here? Finally, he's out of that position. Technically, you can disqualify someone after 5 seconds, but obviously a referee adding a little bit extra leeway there. Big Grizzly going for a huge kind of choke. Oh. Yeah, that looked like a... Again, Big Grizzly wins with a falling choke slam there. An academic win for Big Grizzly. He said he was going to do it, he came down and he delivered. Again, you've got to feel for Flash Morgan Webster, who's been looking for that victory ever since he started here at 5-Star Wrestling. Tonight was not the night for Flash Morgan Webster. Now Big Grizzly does not have to put up with being called the biggest loser. Grizzly stands on top of the ramp there. Proud as punch with what he's done. Perhaps this will add to his confidence and his momentum moving forward here in 5-Star Wrestling. Who knows what's next for Big Grizzly? Flash Morgan Webster defeated once again. Sends to the top of the ramp. Waves to the crowd. Spirits are still as high as can be expected. Here comes Steve Linsky once again.
The following is a singles match set for one fall. Introducing first. Making his way to the ring, this is Russell Dempster.
Here comes Russell Dempster on his way to the ring here in 5-Star Wrestling. Now usually I'll have a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of insider tips when someone makes their debut here in 5-Star Wrestling. But I don't know a whole lot about this individual. But what I do know is the opportunity that is at stake here. If you make your debut in 5-Star Wrestling, know what it can lead to. We've got the biggest names in independent wrestling and the very best in British wrestling. And if you impress here, that's the quickest way to get yourself television every single week.
And his opponent. Making his way to the ring, this is Curtis Murray!
Now Curtis Murray, on the other hand, is someone I do know a little bit about. I have shared the ring with this individual, so I know what he's capable of. Similar to Brian Moore earlier, this guy's very hard working, great shape, good athlete, great attitude. He's got a very bright future ahead of him in this business. You can see the agility that he possesses there. Very popular here in Belfast. But popularity can only get you so far. Russell Dempster just taking a moment there to aggravate the crowd, letting them know he's in charge here. Curtis Murray wisely rolling out of the way there, falls into the corner with a huge monkey flip right across the ring. Very confident in the get-go here against Russell Dempster. Locking up the right wrist there. Looks like he's going to the top rope. Oh, stumbles. And Russell Dempster takes advantage of that mistake. And that's the thing here in 5-Star Wrestling. One mistake, and it could all go wrong. Russell Dempster trying to send him across the ring. Huge forearm there. A nice snapmare takeover there.
Come on, let's cheer for him now,
Slapping both the ears, which sends off your equilibrium. Another knee to the ribs. But Curtis Murray has enough wherewithal to pull the rope down and send him to the outside. Is Curtis Murray going to be able to bring back some momentum? He is. The dive to the middle and top rope there. The confidence seems to be coming back for Curtis Murray here. Sends to the top rope. Nice front drop kick on the top rope. And Russell Dempster manages to kick out at one impressively, but you can tell that the anguish on his face seems to be in a little bit of pain there. Uses the rope to hold on, but Curtis Murray, nice bit of ingenuity there, using the arms to release, the leg to release the hold. Russell Dempster with a huge spinning sidewalk slam. Now, it might not be as pretty as diving through the ropes and, top rope drop kicks, but it's effective. That will take the wind right out of you. Now, this is where Russell Dempster can show what he's truly capable of. Those boots to the gut area, which will affect the cardiovascular conditioning of Curtis Murray. He's going to send him across the ring now. Again, think about this, people. Not only are you colliding with the turnbuckle at high speed, but you're also having to travel the distance of that 20 by 20 ring. Nice stalling suplex, letting the blood rush to the head of Curtis Murray before delivering it picture perfect. And following up with the pin. Gotta be honest, I'd like to see a leg hook there, a little more pressure on the face. But effective nonetheless. Goes for the slam. And he hits it. Very smart strategy from Russell Dempster there, who's very impressive here. So now applying what can be described as a chin lock there. What the goal is here is to remove all the space between the chin and Russell Dempster's arm. He wants to cut off the blood supply to the head. It's the quickest way to put your opponent out. Curtis Murray still has some fight left in him. Delivering those elbows to the stomach. Russell Dempster, again, it's not exactly playing by the rules, but that is one of the fastest ways to stop the momentum of your opponent. Grab the hair. Again, the referee's not going to disqualify him for that, but he will give him a stern warning. And he'll keep it in mind. 2 leg drops, he's going for a third. Wow. Now, isn't it interesting that when Russell Dempster tries to play Curtis Murray's game, that's what causes him to make a mistake. You've got to stick to that strategy. Curtis Murray with a nice head scissors there. Creating some space for him. Pop-up Hurricane Rana. Again, giving him the space he needs to regroup. Corner to corner. Let's see what he's got in mind. He charges it. Russell Dempster sends him over the top rope. But eats a shoulder to the gut. An enziguri kick for his troubles. Russell Dempster staggering. Now Curtis Murray goes to the top. What is he looking for? Not sure, but he manages to stop himself and roll through. Russell Dempster goes for what looks like he's going to see a black hole slam there, but Curtis Murray managed to counter it to his own pin there, and a beautiful spinning cutter. Beautiful maneuver there. Very impressive from Curtis Murray. Very impressive debut for Curtis Murray. Stumbled in the first few moments, but was confident every second after it. In the end, they're finishing the match with a beautiful maneuver. It was like he was flipping from the second rope into a picture-perfect cutter. Total respect to Russell Dempster, though, who had a very solid performance. Very strong performance from both athletes, but tonight the victor is Curtis Murray, who is clearly very popular here with the Belfast fans. Taking a moment to sign some autographs. This might not be the last we've seen of this individual. Congrats go to Curtis Murray. An action-packed pre-show so far. And once again, let's go back to Steve Linsky, who I believe is going to let us know about our final matchup on the pre-show.
The following is a singles match set for one fall. Introducing first.
Okay. Well, here we go. Here we go. No harm done. Moving on.
Making his way to the ring, this is Matty Mayhem.
And here comes Matty Mayhem. Again, we hadn't heard much about this individual until 5-Star Wrestling, but he can be seen as one of the five-star wrestling's own talents, I would say. One thing that is clear is that this individual does possess a rather unique charisma. No doubt about that. Very unique look, very unique charisma. And he's proving himself in the ring week by week. See how he gets on tonight.
And his opponent. Making his way to the ring, this is H.T. Drake.
And here comes H.T. Drake. Again, someone we've seen a lot of here in 5-star wrestling and promotions all across the UK. When the term hardest working gets thrown around a lot, I'll tell you what, H.T. Drake has been around a long time. He's put in countless hours into every aspect of the business. And I'll tell you, as charismatic as Matty Mayhem is, I think he's going to have his hands full tonight with H.T. Drake. Looks very sharp tonight and commands the higher ground as he stands on that middle rope, calling out to Matty Mayhem to get in the ring. H.T. Drake wears a shirt that says "Kill all gimmicks." I'll let him elaborate on that. Here we go, the referee just checking. There's no hidden sharp objects underneath those knee pads. And here we go. Nice lock up there. And it's clear to see that I think the physical strength advantage is going to have to go to H.T. Drake, who enforces that by pushing Matty Mayhem back to the turnbuckle. Again, not doing any damage there, just letting them know. Matty Mayhem is going to have to rely on speed, agility, and technique. And he's looking to start with the top wrist lock here. Key here is keeping that wrist lock tight against the chest, not giving your opponent room to move like this. H.T. Drake with a very, very slick maneuver there. Take control of the arm himself. Slapping him on the arm, inviting the crowd to get involved. And again, that's not going to put away your opponent, but it's certainly going to demoralize them. Switches to the top wrist lock once again. Now Matty Mayhem will need to provide an answer for this, who spins through, nice nip up there, and takes the top wrist lock once again. And what I do like is there's zero distance between the wrist and Matty's chest, and whenever there is distance, that's when H.T. Drake seems to take over. Nice leg trip there. Now going to the front headlock, which can allow you to do your gator roll from here, but you can't really do much when your opponent gets their feet to the ropes. And there's that ring awareness. We know Matty Mayhem's relatively new to 5-star wrestling. He's showing a little bit of veteran instinct there by getting that foot on the bottom rope, knowing where he is. H.T. Drake says, let's see what you've got. And there, what he's got, in fact, is a stiff knee to the chest. Now, hit him with a shin to the face there. I think H.T. Drake tried to get out of the way, but ate some of that shin on the way out. And now he's just dragging his face across the ropes. Again, it's not pretty, but it's effective. And he's got until 5 until he needs to break it. And he utilized his maximum time there before getting disqualified. Matty Mayhem's just trying to methodically break down H.T. Drake, who answers with a very stiff uppercut and forearm. He's not messing around here. Off the ropes he goes, and a spinning back elbow there. Matty Mayhem bails to the outside, because right now H.T. Drake just has too much momentum, which he tried to use to get through the ropes, but Matty Mayhem cut him off there with that look like a knee, or might be going for an enziguri, but turned it to a stiff knee to the chin. And that's one way to stop your opponent's momentum dead in their tracks. Gotta be careful though, gentlemen. Let's not get counted out here. And a chop to the chest there. Stiff shot to the spine. Again, what's he doing here? Is he looking for a maneuver, or is he just agitating the crowd? What's going on here? What has Matty Mayhem got in mind here? Flip from the guardrail there. If at first you don't succeed, try, and try again. H.T. Drake with poise there. Careful. Need to be careful of the count out here, guys. And HT Drake obviously heard me screaming from commentary here. Goes in and breaks up the count. He's looking for just a dropping back suplex on what you know, people, is the hardest part of the ring. And is that his ear? HT Drake is bleeding quite profusely at this time. That's going to affect his performance. The last thing that you want is that oxygenated blood leaving your body, especially when you're competing at this level in 5-star wrestling. Now, I'm just from the commentary position here. Obviously, there is a concern. And Matty Mayhem, we do not need this. This HT Drake is obviously injured here. The last thing we need is to see stuff like that. Now, I'm sitting here in commentary position and I'm hoping sincerely that that blood is not coming from inside the ear of HT Drake. I'm hoping that it is a superficial wound to the outside rather than coming from the ear of HT Drake. Obviously, this is a fight. We know what we're getting into here, but it's hard not to feel concern for the wrestlers we know are literally putting their lives on the line week after week. And Matty Mayhem is just not respecting that ethic right now. Driving the elbow into the throat area there, trying to hold him down. HT Drake is looks like he's fading, trying to he's a knee there from Matty Mayhem, sends him down. HT Drake is looking really worse for wear right now. And you know, as a human being, there was a part of me that hoped the match would be finished there just for the safety of HT Drake. But here's the thing, HT Drake has a very strong desire to win, to be a star in 5-star wrestling, and he knows he needs to pick up victories. Tonight would be ideal. Oh my God! Ah! That was... Whoa. What looked like a back suplex was instead just a nice little trip to the mat. Beautiful bridging delayed suplex there. And again, a vicious back suplex from HT Drake. I'm surprised Matty Mayhem is still alive at this point. Follows up the beautiful bridging suplex. Always a fan of German suplexes. Matty Mayhem goes for the headbutt, which is, you know, probably, usually that's not the best strategy because you do damage to yourself, but right now, with the impaired state that HT Drake is in, you can understand. Goes for a nice running neck breaker there. Again, across the throat and the face. Again, one has to hope that our medical professionals will step in if necessary. The referee will call a stop to this contest if he feels the HT Drake is in danger here. Thankfully, it seems to be that he's overcoming. But whatever went on there earlier, it's hard to say. He's back in the corner. Going for a bulldog. Oh! Hits a headlock driver there. Did he take too long? 1, 2. Oh, he did take too long. Now, with a headlock driver, folks, that's one of the most devastating maneuvers in professional wrestling. If you get dropped on the dome, like at that angle, it's going to be over. Just that split second he took to get the cover is probably why HT Drake was able to kick out. But HT Drake really needs to do something impactful right now if he wants to win this match. And he catches Matty Mayhem from the top rope. What is he going to do? Switches grip. Goes for a suplex. Oh! Lands him on the top rope. Holds on. Goes to the top rope. And a kick to the back of the head. He's not going for the pin. He's going for something else. Oh, and a nice. There we go, just nice. Spinning, flips it. again, total credit goes to HD Drake, who overcame adversity in its toughest form there. When you've got blood literally pouring from your eardrum, panic can set in, but HD Drake kept calm, he executed his game plan, and he finished in picture-perfect style. What does this mean for Matty Mayhem, who was picking up some momentum here in 5-Star Wrestling? As I said, there's no doubt the guy has this unusual charisma, but it just wasn't enough to beat the force that is HD Drake tonight. Congrats to HD Drake, moves forward with the momentum tonight. And Matty Mayhem makes his way to the back. This has been the 5-Star Wrestling pre-show. Remember, we've got a change in times tonight due to the weather conditions. We're going live on Free Sports and right here at 8 p.m. We'll see you then, folks.
Okay, Belfast, we're going to go live around 8 p.m.
For a better life, they would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know, now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to pray our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate. Our machines in motion. There's no battlefield can hinder us, 'cause we are machines. From steel, we will take the field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. I'm ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do. So you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to pray our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate. Our machines. for a better life. They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake. I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know. Now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to. 'Cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to create our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our feet. Our machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us. 'Cause we are remember the way we used to feel before we were made from steel. We will take the field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. I'm ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do. So you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to create our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our feet. Our machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us. 'Cause we are take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake. I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know. now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to. 'Cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to pray our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate of machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us. 'Cause we are machines. Remember the way we used to feel before we were made from steel. We will take a field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. Ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do. So you can run if you want to. 'Cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to pray our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate of machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us. 'Cause we are searching for a better life. They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know. Now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to. 'Cause we are machines. Started with the Remember the way we used to feel before we were made from steel. We will take the field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. I'm ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do. So you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to create a machine. Cities of resistance falling under our fate. Our machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us, 'cause we are
at the SSE Arena in Belfast, Northern Ireland, in the midst of the worst storm in the UK in 50 years. Everything's been cancelled around the country, roads closed, flights postponed, flights delayed, but the show goes on with 5 Star Wrestling live on Free Sports.
Absolutely,
Joe Hendry.
Greg. Now, I know you were in the back earlier, and I heard rumblings that you were working on something big tonight, a big surprise. I don't even know what it is, Greg. Greg, what's going on?
Well, we're about to find out. Surprises galore every week on Free Sports on 5 Star Wrestling Live. You're going to get one right now. Let's go down to our ring announcer, Mr. Steve Linsky.
At this time, I'd like to welcome to the ring, Alberto El Patron!
And there you go!
Greg, you sneaky devil!
The former world champion! Every week we get somebody new. Every week somebody comes on to 5 Star Wrestling from all over the world that you don't expect. And this week, it's Alberto El Patron. And here he is!
And how appropriate this is, Greg, because let's not forget that this man right here wrestled our 5 Star Wrestling champion, Jake Hager, at WrestleMania. That is the magnitude of star that we bring to you every single week here in 5 Star Wrestling. Greg, what a surprise. I'm going to hand it to you there.
A Latin American aristocrat, Alberto El Patron, is live in the SSE Arena in Belfast, braving the blizzards to be here in Northern Ireland.
And you
Here
never
this
know
evening.
who's going to show up here in 5 Star Wrestling. Anything can happen at any time, and tonight it has. We've got Alberto El Patron in the 5 Star Wrestling ring.
And he's got a mic.
Cut that music right now. First of all, good evening, Belfast!
Amigos, this is a big C here in Ireland. This place, this city, this is a place where I had my first ever tour with WWE 9 years ago. That's when the Alberto Del Rio story started. That's back when the volcano exploded in Iceland, and we got stuck here for 5 days. That's when my son Joseph was born, and I couldn't be there because I was here in Belfast with all of you. And yes, of course, I was pretty sad because I couldn't be there that day for my little Joseph. But like I was saying, that was the beginning of the Alberto Del Rio story. And I spent 8 wonderful years accomplishing everything. WWE titles, World Heavyweight title, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, you name it, won it all. And then I decided to come and have fun with the indie promotions, real pro wrestling promotions, real pro wrestling fans, all of you. And let's get to the sad part. As you already know, my good friend, my lovely enemy, just enemy in the ring because he's one of my best friends in the business and in life, Rey Mysterio is not gonna be here tonight. Yeah, but there's no one's fault. He had a family emergency. Please, amigos, let's not forget that we're human. We suffer, we bleed, we cried, just like all of you. We have real problems, real lives. And at the moment, my good friend Rey Mysterio is having it hard. He's fixing all that situation with his family in San Diego. So let's just not be angry. Let's be sad for the situation that my good friend Rey Mysterio is living right now. But amigos, this company is so great that they knew that I was having my vacations with my family in Spain, just a few hours away from here, a short flight, and they called me and they said, hey, your friend is not gonna be there, why don't you come and have fun in 5-Star Wrestling with the real fans from 5-Star Wrestling in Belfast, in Ireland. And of course I said, yes, see. And well, now the question is, since Rey Mysterio is not here, who Alberto is gonna be kicking trasero tonight? Let me think, because I know the roster back there is amazing, with big names from UK, from United States, from Canada, from all over the world. But as you know, I'm a big follower of the British wrestling. And I know back there's a high flyer, probably as good as Rey Mysterio for some of you probably even better. So I know you guys want to see Alberto El Patron against a high flyer. So why don't we call, of course, if you have enough cojones to come out here and face El Patron in the middle of this sacred ring, why don't we call the guy that all of you know as the Phoenix, Judy Flash.
Oh, wow.
Why don't you come out here in front of your peers, your people from UK?
Alberto El Patron calling out a high flyer from the UK. I guess the UK equivalent of his sometimes friend, sometimes rival, Rey Mysterio, who, as you heard Alberto say, unable to be here in Belfast tonight.
And Greg, can you imagine this? One of the key things about 5-Star Wrestling is the biggest household names in wrestling versus the very best in British wrestling. And I can't think of a better embodiment of that principle than Alberto El Patron versus our very own Jody Fleisch.
El Ligero is usually Jody Fleisch's tag team partner. El Ligero snowed in back in the UK due to the beast from the east.
Because I forgot about something more important than my own desires. Do you guys want to see this match? Because at the end of the day, we're all here because of you. We're here to entertain you, to make you have the best time of your life tonight. So I'm going to ask you one more time, because it's not my decision, it's not the promoter's decision. It's your decision if you want to see this match. Yes or no? Yes or no?
I think Belfast has spoken in Spanish.
Hola, amigo. I know you don't speak Spanish, but sí means yes, 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 yes. So, hold on. Are you ready to have fun here in Belfast, Ireland, with 5-star wrestling against Alberto el Patron? See?
Well, I guess it'd have to be a C for me then, mate, wouldn't it? I'll tell you what, Belfast, he wants it, I want it, and I know for a fact that you nutters want it. So tonight, me, Alberto Del Rio, one-on-one, right here. What do you reckon of that?
The crowd wants it.
Well, amigo, they paid our salary, so that's a big C. So tonight, the finish, Yuri Fleisch against Alberto el Patron here in Belfast, Ireland. CCC.
Oh. Patronising from Alberto El Patron.
I like the pun, Greg, I like it. Mind games right from the get-go with Alberto El Patron.
The Mexican aristocrat challenges the Phoenix, but shows him no respect as 5-star wrestling kicks off here tonight from Belfast. More to come.
Searching for a better life, they would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know, now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. Run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to pray on machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate on machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us, 'cause we are remember the way we used to feel before we were made from steel. We will take the field again, army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. Ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can can do. So you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to bring up machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate.
Back with 5-Star Wrestling live on Free Sports, and we're going down to ringside for our first contest.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall, and it is for the 5-Star Tag Team Championship. Introducing first,
Greg Lambert here with Joe Hendry at ringside in the SSE Arena in Belfast, Northern Ireland. It's been a challenge getting here.
making their way to the ring, the challengers. They are the tag team combination of Bonesaw and Damian Corlin. These are the King of the North.
Well, we're both delighted to be here. We're delighted to have made it. And we're delighted because the Tag Team Championship is on the line. And look who's getting a shot at the champs, Joe.
Absolutely. If you haven't heard of these guys, you should have. This is one of the hottest tag teams in independent wrestling today. Huge over here in Ireland, now making their way over to mainland Britain as well. But surely they're going to have the advantage in their homeland tonight of Northern Ireland. Bonesaw and Corvin.
And their opponents.
The Kings of the North. The local lads stepping up to challenge the champs. Max Money, Champagne Charlie Sterling, and Belfast's very own Adam Flex
Making
Maxted.
their way to the ring, they are the 5-Star Tag Team Champions, the combination of Adam Flex Maxted and Charlie Sterling. This is Max Money.
Now, Greg, we should probably address the fact that Adam Maxted didn't bring his belt out tonight, and I asked why not, and he said, well, even though this is my hometown, they just don't deserve to see that kind of gold. Can you believe he said that?
I was assuming he'd left it in the gym or the tanning salon, as he seems to spend most of his life in there, perfecting the look. Max Money, we've seen them at the side of Rampage Brown and Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson, over the past few weeks. Basically following Zach Gibson's anti-American agenda here in 5-Star Wrestling. And later on tonight, live on the show, Zach Gibson is going to be the guest on Flash Morgan Webster's modcast. What is he going to say after what happened last week in Plymouth? Well, we will find out, but more pressing matters. The 5-Star Tag Team Championship is on the line. Bonesaw, the shorter of the two with the beard, from the Kings of the North, teaming with Damian Corvin, two of Northern Ireland's very best. Champions all over Ireland, and have made a name for themselves wrestling up in Scotland as well.
Absolutely. They're getting all over the place. And the reason is because they are one of the best tag teams on the scene right now. They've been around the business a very long time, and right now they are just in their absolute peak. I can't think of better challengers for the 5-Star Tag Team Championships tonight here in Belfast than the Kings of the North. Listen to that hometown crowd.
Charlie Sterling starting off in there with Bonesaw, arm drag from one half of the 5-Star Tag Team Champions.
And there is a finesse to everything that Charlie Sterling does, as he showcases with that beautiful arm drag.
Undefeated in straight tag team competition here in 5-Star Wrestling on Maxted and Sterling. And here's the tag to the Belfast Beefcake. The man has been all over the local press in the run-up to our show here tonight at the SSE Arena. Adam Maxted.
Greg, it's not just the local press. This guy's all over the national and international press.
Collar and elbow tie-up. Maxted uses the power, that body that he owns through hours and hours and hours. Pumping iron paid dividends right there.
Showed no respect to the Kings of North there. Kings of the North.
And here's Champagne Charlie, the hothead, the flashy member of Max Money, the man who says he is worth every single pound, and the man who likes the high life just as much as Adam Maxted likes himself. Go for the cover, but not quite enough to hold down Bonesaw. Bonesaw, I'll tell you what, this guy's been a trainer as well as a highly proficient professional wrestler. Some of the people he's trained include the Owens twins, Casey and Leah Owens, one of the most highly decorated female tag teams from Northern Ireland of all time. Tag back into Maxted. And Max Money are enjoying the advantage here against the Kings of the North, who stepped up to receive this opportunity this evening. I tell you what, it's a great opportunity tonight for a lot of guys. Great arm drag from Bonesaw, hip toss, takes down Adam Maxted. Bonesaw looking really good right now. Body slam. Doesn't matter how many bench presses you do, that's going to hurt.
Absolutely. Just goes to show you cannot take the Kings of the North lightly. These guys are the top tag team here for a reason. Max Money needs to be careful of that. You know, it's sometimes hard to... It's hard to forget sometimes that Max Money have only really been a tag team together for, you know, a short number of weeks. It looks like they've been tagging together for years with the finesse that they have, but Kings of the North have been tagging together for years. You can never count them out. Here comes Corbin, challenging Maxted, but instead choosing to tag in Charlie Sterling. Again, some more mind games there in the direction of the Kings of the North.
I was saying it was a great opportunity for people like the Kings of the North. The travel issues caused by the really difficult weather conditions we've been experiencing here in the British Isles over the past few days has meant that a number of the regular five-star wrestling roster have not been able to make it this evening. And that means that the likes of Bonesaw and Corbin have stepped up. Yeah, we'll challenge for the tag team titles, of course we will. What a chance this is for them to become champions in their home nation. As Damien Corbin shows great mobility for a man of his size, and what a drop kick.
Beautiful drop kick there. Now, Greg, it is an amazing opportunity for the Kings of the North, but the truth is they could be challengers on any five-star wrestling show anywhere in the UK. They're that good. These guys are at the upper echelon of tag teams in the world right now.
And we thank the fans of Northern Ireland as well for braving the conditions to come out tonight to the SSE Arena. And obviously we thank every single one of you watching at home on Free Sports, as always, on a Thursday night where everything starts in British professional wrestling. Bonesaw now with the Irish whip on Charlie Sterling. Sterling intercepting with a well-placed boot. Tags in Maxted. And the former Love Island reality star, takes a dose of reality, hence courtesy there of a Bonesaw spinebuster.
Okay there. You're right.
Sterling checking in on his partner. Like I said, these two men undefeated in straight tag team competition.
And maybe
here
one
in
of
five-star wrestling.
And maybe one of the reasons is that they know just the right time to slow the match down to their pace, take a second, and really stop the momentum of their opponents, in this case, the Kings of the North. By going outside there, it's reduced to an even playing field once again, causing the distraction. And now Maxted is on top with a stiff uppercut there.
Huge uppercut. Shades of Northern Ireland's very own Dave Finlay. Malalana makes the cover. Andrea Malalana back here this week. I don't think, being from Italy, he's quite used to this type of weather.
But what he is used to, those tag teams working effectively together, because that is what Max Money are going to do right now. They want to keep Bonesaw in this corner of the ring. They do not want to let him close to his tag team partner at all, because if he does, he can tag in a fresh Corbin, and they do not want that to happen. And it has, Greg.
Indeed it has. Kings of the North looking good here. They've warmed to their task in the chill of Belfasters. I feel a bit like the Met Office right now, but let's get back to the wrestling as Bonesaw takes down Charlie Sterling. Corvin going in for the cover.
Once again, Charlie Sterling taking a second there just to regroup.
They seem to be doing this a lot, but it's been a strategy that served them well during their tag team history here in 5-Star Wrestling, just taking the time.
Greg, am I hearing them right? They're saying, let's go, let's get out of here.
They're
They're just
leaving.
gonna walk out on their tag team title defense.
It's -4 out there, guys. You do realise that, don't you? Right hand from Corbin and from Bonesaw, firing in the forearms on Sterling is the Kings of the North member, as Maxted takes some hefty blows to the wrestling's most handsome face, as he says.
Bonesaw with those clubs to the back for sending him off to the ropes. There's a reversal there. And Maxted causes just enough distraction for Max Money to take control once again. Back in the corner, Charlie Sterling with a right hand into the abdomen there, maybe drifted into the solar plexus. That takes the wind right out of your opponent. Sends him back into the corner, tagging in Adam Maxted. Self-proclaimed most handsome man in professional wrestling. I'm not going to argue. It's probably a fair comment. Certainly not Greg, but...
The thing about Maxted, though, is it's very easy to focus on the way he looks, but he can get it done in the ring, and he's improving all the time. And I think he's certainly benefiting from this partnership with Sterling. They may not be exactly the same in terms of personality. Sterling is a lot more flashy, a lot more gregarious than the sometimes taciturn Maxted. But they're both young lads, and they're both very ambitious. They've got that in common. And they both don't mind bending the rules here and there. But at the moment, they're struggling with the tag team continuity of Northern Ireland's top tag team, the Kings of the North.
And Greg, can you imagine the reaction? Huge forearm there and a nip up straight after the Belfast crowd are right behind the Kings of the North. And Greg, can you imagine the reaction, what this would do for tag team wrestling here in Northern Ireland if the Kings of the North could pick up the victory? I mean, I know that Adam Maxted is from... what's going on here? Oh!
This is what I was meaning about strategy. They have been setting that up for the whole of the match, continually taking a rest on the outside and trying to wind up Corvin and Bonesaw to the point that they actually went after them, made a mistake, and that's exactly what happened right there.
And look at the momentum that went into it before getting hit with that clothesline. That was genius, Greg. And one maneuver like that can change the entire complexion of the matchup.
Maxted throwing Corvin back in the ring, and now very much at Sterling's mercy as the tag team champions in this their second defence of the championship. They successfully defended the titles when we were in Sheffield against the UK Hooligans after winning them in Newcastle in a tournament final over Jody Fleisch, who we just saw earlier. We'll be wrestling Alberto El Patron later on, and El Ligero, his tag team partner. Corvin with the boot takes Sterling down. Good opportunity here now for Corvin, who's taken that beating outside and inside to tag in the Bonesaw. But no, Maxted tagged first, and he sends Bonesaw crashing. Maxted now with a suplex, beautifully executed from the Belfast Beefcake. Seeing this, nearly. Considering this is his home city, Maxted is not getting the best of receptions from the Northern Irish fans, Joe.
But here's the thing, Greg, do you think that Adam Maxted cares? He gets all the love and attention that he needs, if you will. He's probably got more social media followers than every single person in this building, maybe even the city. He gets all the love and attention he needs, trust me on that one. Doesn't need it from these fans.
Huge back suplex from Charlie Sterling. Going in for the cover, Malalana makes the count, but look at Corvin. Look at the fight that's still in this proud man from Northern Ireland. Tag made to Maxted. The champions keeping Corvin in the corner.
Like you say, he's a proud man, but pride can only take you so far before the physical damage mounts up and just becomes too much.
I don't think it's too much yet for Corvin, though, because that snappy elbow and that clothesline out of the corner is keeping the Kings of the North in this 5-star tag team championship match.
That was a bit of a poetic justice there, returning the favour with that huge clothesline. Maxted makes the tag. Where's Sterling going?
Sterling really should have got in the ring having made the tag, but instead he's going outside to take Bonesaw out.
Greg, I've never seen that before, but that was genius strategy, if you will. The only thing he needs to watch out for is you could get counted out here, but he's one step ahead of me. He's back in the ring, dragging him back into the corner, and hey, it might be bending the rules slightly, but it's not breaking them, and I, for one, am impressed with that strategy.
It's definitely created a total 2-on-1 advantage for Max Money. And not only the cash tills ringing, Damien Corbin's ears are ringing after that shot, and after that Irish whip into the turnbuckle, his back has got to be screaming as well.
Taking a second to hit some push-ups there, because why not? You got multitask.
Corvin is nicknamed the Prince of Pain. Well, it's the pain that's being dished out to him right now by Maxted and Sterling. There's a tag to Champagne Charlie. Fizzing right hand there from the champagne-loving man.
Maxted just gripping the chin and the neck and pulling back. Now Sterling's in there as well. This is a... You can see the look of despair on Corbin's face right now.
I think there's a bit of despair on the referee's face as well, trying to control these two men. He's doing a good job in warning them, making the 5 count when they double team in the corner. Strictly speaking, if they go over that 5 count for the 2-on-1 advantage, they should be disqualified. But that wouldn't really matter to Maxted and Sterling. If they get disqualified, they keep the championship. You can only win the tag team titles by pinfall or submission.
Absolutely, Greg. What they care about is being the #1 tag team in 5-star wrestling. They don't care how they do it, and why should they? You've got to take the belt from the champions.
It's been a hard-fought, long 5-star tag team championship match, and after that double fall off the top rope, it's very much anybody's game here in Belfast. It was where the Titanic was built, but who will sink and who will swim tonight on 5-star wrestling? Huge elbows. Wait a second. Backdrop from Bonesaw. Coming in with plenty of fire, plenty of fight. Setting up Sterling, looking to tag Corvin. And there it is. Got him up on his shoulders, but Sterling, creates the collision. Corvin in the corner as Sterling directs traffic, tags in. Flex Maxted, setting up. What are they doing at double team?
A beautiful neck breaker powerbomb.
Oh, but no. Bonesaw makes the save. The crowd loving it. And wait a second, did he get there in time? He did not get there in time.
No, that was What? Believe that.
He's counted 3. Malalana counted 3. They did not make the save in time. And they've won it.
What?
Max Money have won it.
This is insane.
Well, it looked to me, Corbin had just got there a split second before the 3 count, but clearly not. The man with the stripes has got the closest view, and he slapped them out 3 times, and he says that Max Money have won this match and defeated the Kings of the North and are still the 5-star tag team champions. We are going to go to a break. We'll be back with more 5-star wrestling from Belfast.
searching for a better life. They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am SoCal Val, and I am here to conduct a very special interview. Without further ado, please help me welcome Carlito and Chris Masters, the Masters of Cool.
Always glad to see SoCal Val here in 5-Star Wrestling, this time inside the ring, and our guests are the Masters of Cool. And Greg, they look pretty cool right now. That's a cool jacket.
Well, indeed. I'm not sure how Carlito is going to like
Chris
this being from the Caribbean.
Welcome to Belfast. How are you enjoying this beautiful city?
How am I enjoying this city? It's March. We're the Masters of Cool, not the Masters of Cold. What the hell is going on here? I thought England was bad, but this place. Why are we even here?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, we are the Masters of Cool, and yeah, the weather sucks. But we're not here for the weather. We are here to face the top talent that 5-Star Wrestling has to offer. And we're also here to win the prestigious 5-Star Tag Team Championship.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. I didn't think these guys were here. I thought they were snowed in Glasgow.
I thought that as well, but they must have found a way.
There's about 8 inches of snow up in Scotland, isn't there, Joe? I don't even know how you got here.
Well, they got here with their bags, and they're all cozy with their jackets.
Is Luke King Sharp in the suitcase?
I think he might be. He might be, Greg.
It's Krieger, as I've been informed is pronounced, finally. And Kid Fight. Pure Dead Brilliant, who've been campaigning to get a match here in 5-Star Wrestling, and it looks like they've just arrived. Literally just arrived. Literally just walked through the door. And they're definitely dressed for the sub-zero temperatures that we're having here in Belfast.
Now, Masters of Cool are one of the best tag teams in the world, and one of the best here in 5-Star Wrestling. Now, if I was going to face them in tag team competition, I probably wouldn't show up in my outdoor gear like this, but, you know, hey, it's each to their own.
It's Sherpa Krieger and Sir Edmund Fight.
How are we all doing, Belfast? Do you want me to do it again? Come on, we're up here. Belfast is the loudest crowd ever. How are we all doing, Belfast? That's cool. No, you don't get a shot. All right, no, sorry, hey, much respect. Down to business. We'll get serious now, yeah? All right. Look at his hair. How do you keep that so fluffy? All right, okay. I'm something. Big man. Hey, I bring love. All right, we'll be serious, all right? I don't know if you guys know who we are, but that's not nice. We're trying here, all right? Basically, week in and week out, we come here, and one thing lasts to another, we never get a match, all right? Something always happens. Lo and behold, we come to Belfast. Half the roster's not here, because half the flights get cancelled, including our very own Luke King Sharp.
Oh.
We are here, you guys are here, you guys asked for top talent. We're going to be honest, we're not exactly top talent, but we're a little bit above average.
That's fair.
Right, so top, bottom, average. So here's what we propose. All right, I'll break it down right slow. Me and my big pal Krieger here have a pure dead brilliant idea. We will fight you guys right now in Belfast.
Sounds good to me, Greg.
All we need to do now, hey, I understand. You guys, okay, whatever. We just need to give us a second. Go get ready. Is that all right, Belfast? All right. What is it? Hey, big man, right?
Hey, gentlemen, I'll say this nice and slow. I appreciate my accent's a bit thick, all right? You guys look like you like a choice, right? So give us 2 seconds. Give us 2 seconds.
Well, next week we might get some subtitles for these guys, because I tell you what, Masters and Carlito don't understand them, and I'm struggling as well.
Well, it's not their fault you're not more cultured, Greg.
They're getting the wrestling gear out of the bags.
They're very easy. So, basically, we've got the powder pink or the baby blue. Now, I ain't going to judge you guys if you like us in pink, all right? We are cool with that. What do you guys think? What do you think?
Oh, Carlito's seen enough. Apple spits a kid fight. And they've just come off the ferry, straight into a master lock. Krieger, however you pronounce it.
Oh,
it's pronounced pain from a backstabber.
He backstabbed us. How?
Once again, kid fight Krieger. The 2 out of 3 are pure dead brilliant, trying to get themselves a match in 5-star wrestling. But they've been left out, quite literally, Joe, in the cold.
And they've just got Apple all over their pink ring gear. For God's sakes.
Carlito and Chris Masters giving a chilling reception to pure dead brilliance. And we'll be back after this.
searching for a better life. They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake, I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know, now we're indestructible.
Throughout the British Isles today, causing havoc, but it hasn't stopped five-star wrestling. We are live on Free Sports from Belfast, albeit with an abbreviated, temporarily 2-hour version of this week's live show. We're back to normal next week in Aberdeen, but we're having a fantastic time here in Northern Ireland. And listen to that crowd as we go down to the ring for our next match.
The following is a singles match set for one fall. Introducing first.
And here we go, Joe, it's the match that was set up at the top of the show, and what a match it's going to be.
Absolutely. You know, we've talked about this a few times, that 5-Star Wrestling provides the dream matches you didn't know you needed to see, and this is absolutely one of them.
Making his way to the ring, this is the Phoenix, Jody Fleisch!
The high-flying UK legend, the man who spearheaded the revival of British wrestling when he was just 21 years of age by winning a televised tournament against some of the biggest names from around the world. I'll tell you what, one of the names was who was in that tournament, the late, great Eddie Guerrero. Jody Fleisch, once again tonight, 16 years later, is going to face a Latin great.
And his opponent.
It's absolutely incredible the level that Jody Fleisch is at. For the length of time that he's been in the business, Greg, he looks in better physical condition now than I think I've ever seen him before. It's quite unbelievable. And now we're getting to see him tonight against one of the best in the world.
Making his way to the ring, this is Alberto El Patron!
The master of the cross arm breaker. Alberto El Patron came out earlier tonight and said that he has followed British wrestling's revival closely and he's always wanted to wrestle the Phoenix Jody Fleisch. He called him out to the ring, he offered the handshake, he pulled it away. Mind games from El Patron, of the kind of which he is famous for.
And you know what a guy, just making sure that Steve Linsky's tie is looking just nice there.
So the crowd fairly split here between Jody Fleisch and Alberto El Patron.
And it seems to me they might be slightly favouring Alberto El Patron.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Alberto has been a television star all around the world for a number of years. He's highly recognisable. The Phoenix, like I said, he had that big break almost 2 decades ago now as a very young man. But then he drifted away from professional wrestling for a long time. He's come back to it recently in the best shape of his life and has exploded onto 5-Star Wrestling in that dynamic tag team with the Mexican sensation El Ligero. With Ligero, we send him our best wishes. Indeed, we send our best wishes to a lot of the regular 5-Star crew who are stuck back in England and Scotland. But Jody's made it. And getting the opportunity to shine in singles against one of the biggest names on the planet.
Alberto El Patron backs him into the corner there. Greg, you were talking about Jody Fleisch's absence from wrestling. For a roll through to grab the ankle, but yes, you were talking about his absence, and that's the thing. If you truly love this business, you just can't stay away. And Jody Fleisch is back. We know him as part of that tag team with El Ligero here in 5-Star Wrestling, but tonight, as you say, it's singles action against one of the very best ever in Alberto El Patron.
And Jody will not have realised, I can tell you, Jody was preparing for an entirely different match backstage tonight when Alberto El Patron called him out. So this is very much short notice for Jody. And El Patron clearly came here with a plan, calculated. He wanted to make his own match, so clearly he's got the advantage, and he seems to be starting that way, working on the arm, perhaps trying to set him up for that cross arm breaker. Beautiful takedown though from Jody Fleisch, not just a high flyer. Jody is well schooled in technical wrestling on the mat.
And just holding on for an extra few seconds there. Returning the favour to Alberto El Patron, letting him know how good he is. One of the things I really enjoy, I've been watching Alberto El Patron work, is the intensity that he has when he applies those holds. And he was also keeping up with the speed of Jody Fleisch there. I think, Greg, we are truly in for a treat this evening.
Oh, and there goes Del Rio with a stinging kick to the hamstring, following up with a right hand. And this is what you'll see from Del Rio. He may be popular with the crowd, but this is a guy who can get down and dirty when he needs to. We've seen it many, many times. He nearly pinned Jody Fleisch right there. And this is what he needs to do. Keep the Phoenix grounded. Beautiful side headlock takeover. He clamps on the headlock, and Fleisch has to have his wits about him. He's being worn down. He's also got to be careful not to leave his shoulders down for the 3 count.
Here's the thing, Alberto El Patron is all, he's laughing and joking away, but at any second, he can just flip that switch, and the speed and the intensity, relentlessness of his attacks is really quite unforgiving. And right now, he's just working ahead of Jody Fleisch.
Jody Fleisch getting back to a standing position, releases the headlock by pushing El Patron into the ropes, but Alberto with a huge shoulder block, the bigger man, taller man. Fleisch, though, perhaps the nimbler man. Look at those leapfrogs. Look at that drop kick. And outside the ring goes El Patron, and he's heard all about Jody Fleisch, and now he realizes that his reputation very much precedes him.
Now Jody Fleisch is standing tall in the ring. This is not a situation that El Patron is going to be used to.
Loco, he says. Crazy.
Wow.
Well, I mean, there have been occasions in Jody Fleisch's career where you would have to question his sanity because of some of the risks that he has taken, some of the chances he's taken, some of the balconies he's dived off. Goodness me, I've seen him fly all over the arenas, all over the world. El Patron going for the handshake again. Now, this happened earlier, as Jody learned his lesson.
I don't know, man, because last time you screwed me over with that.
Yeah, clearly he has. Patron says he's sincere. As many people have trusted Alberto El Patron over the years and lived to regret it. And indeed he's not. He pulls his hand away. That's a real slap in the face to the Phoenix. He respects the official more than he respects Jody Fleisch.
Jody Fleisch still won't shake the hand of Alberto El Patron.
And that's not to say that Andrea Malalana isn't worthy of respect, but this is clearly part of a plan from Alberto to try and break Jody Fleisch down mentally, take him off his high-flying game. Would you trust Alberto? No, Jody Fleisch does not trust Alberto. A drop kick and a series of right hands from the Phoenix, who I think is losing his cool. And this is clearly what Alberto wants.
Well, that was a preemptive attack somewhat there from Jody Fleisch, who's now been sent really into the corner by Alberto El Patron.
Oh, huge backdrop by Jody. El Patron in one fell swoop straight over the top to the outside. There's a fan trying to help him. Looking adoringly at Alberto. He's a handsome fella. Oh, look at him using the ring apron. Creatively using the ring apron to pound away on the Phoenix Jody Fleisch and stomp and kick. Look at this.
And that is intelligent wrestling right there. Using the ring as a weapon. Very impressive. He's right there. Now taking a little break for a brew.
Indeed he is. It's not a full pint. Oh no!
I can't condone that. Jody Fleisch having a drink there in the middle of a match.
And now El Patron sending Jody Fleisch hard to the steel post, taking this outside the ring. The referee's got to do something about this. It's going up to the rampway now. El Patron going to do it. DDT on the ramp.
Greg, I felt that from here. The top of Jody Fleisch's skull. Rappling. Don't even know if that's a word, but it just bounced off the stage. that's not a word, I'm going to put it in the dictionary.
Alberto back inside the ring. He turned up tonight out of nowhere on 5-Star Wrestling. We've had Grado and Colt Cabana come 1 week as a surprise. Last week, the new 5-Star Wrestling Tap or Snap champion Matt Riddle appeared to answer an open challenge, and tonight Alberto El Patron. You never know who's going to show up on a Thursday night on 5-Star Wrestling. Jody Fleisch didn't expect it, that's for sure. And at the moment, El Patron is having his way with the Phoenix. But look at the Phoenix, he pretty much cleared the barrier, but he landed awkwardly.
Now, Greg, I've been fortunate enough to... was that soup? Or was that a Coke? Wherever that was. But anyway, as I was saying, I've been fortunate enough to wrestle Alberto El Patron, and there's every so often this is just becoming a battle, a fight on the outside now. Security doing their best to separate the wrestlers from the audience, but the wrestlers aren't giving them any choice right now.
Well, you said wrestle, Joe. There's no wrestling going on right here at all. This is completely broken down. And this is not no count-out. This is not no disqualification. And little Andrea is trying his best to get back in the ring. Moonsault by Jody. And this is the high-flying. This is the risk-taking, the chance-taking that Alberto alluded to, that I've alluded to, that Jody Fleisch is capable of.
And that's one of Jody Fleisch's key strengths, is that he can adapt to any environment. His offense works anywhere, whether it's outside the ring or... Oh, where are they going now? Making his way back towards the ring.
El Patron is retreating. Huge shot from Jody, yeah, absolutely. Ringing out in the SSE Arena in Belfast.
Suplex to the outside there. Very low suplex. And you can actually see the imprint of Jody's head on the mat there, Greg. Can you see that?
I think I can.
But as I was saying, Greg, every so often you wrestle someone that you know is just in that next level. I've wrestled maybe 5 people that are just in that upper echelon. Someone you wrestle, you can't believe how good they are. And Alberto El Patron is one of those people. But if there's anyone that can take him on, it's Jody Fleisch.
He's just taken a flying clothesline. This could be it. Oh, Jody Fleisch stays in it. Well, he is that good. You're right, Joe. He's a former world champion. And he's clamping down on the jaw of Jody.
And Greg, if you look, Alberto's leaving absolutely no space there. You can see the spit just foaming at the mouth of Jody Fleisch because he's got no room to breathe whatsoever. This is very uncomfortable for Jody Fleisch. He needs to get out this hold.
Series of elbows from Jody. Big right hand from Jody. Jody is having to dig deep into his locker of skills. He's had to fight outside the ring. He's had to wrestle on the mat. It's not what Jody Fleisch is best known for. He's going to need to try and quicken the pace. But look at this. He's got a cross-arm breaker. He's got it on, and he's using the ropes. The referee's going to call for a break here. He could do some serious damage to Jody Fleisch's arm. Well, El Patron, the veteran, breaking before the referee's 5 count is completed.
Now, Greg, he can't win the match that way because he's tangled in the ropes. So what he can do is seriously damage the arm of Jody Fleisch, the arm that he needs for that balance to deliver his high-impact maneuvers. Alberto El Patron is just waiting, poised on the top rope.
2 very popular stars here in this incredible match, and it gets even more incredible as El Patron jumps off the top rope straight into a Fleisch drop kick. Jody's got to quicken the pace. He's not been able to do it. He needs to try and dig into that reservoir of high-flying moves. Here he goes. This is vintage Jody Fleisch. Big spinning heel kick. Down goes El Patron. Jody uses the ropes. Knocks down El Patron again. And again. This is more like it from the Phoenix. Crowd coming alive. They are warming to the warrior from Walthamstow. Oh. Wait a second, he's trying to hook. He's trying to hook the cross-arm breaker. Fleisch will try and hit that Phoenix DDT, that springboard DDT. He uses such great effect. He's not been able to get El Patron anywhere near in position for it, but he might do now. Flying head scissors off the middle rope. Goes in for the cover. Could this be Fleisch getting his victory over El Patron? And what a win that would have been.
Very close. Now, as you say, Greg, Jody Fleisch is now taking the match up to the place that he wants it to go. It's at the pace that he wants, and that was just perfectly shown there with that beautiful Hurricane Rana from the second rope there. Jody Fleisch has now got some of the momentum behind him, but can he keep it up?
Jody Fleisch has definitely turned things around in the last 30 to 60 seconds, but El Patron, so good at the counter. Big kick, big cover, not the big win.
Very close though, Greg, very close indeed. There's a very small margin of error. If your shoulders go down on that mat for 3 seconds, it's all over. The margin for error at this level is tiny. Can you imagine what it would do for British wrestling if Jody Fleisch can overcome Alberto El Patron right now? This, Greg, is what 5-star wrestling is all about. The biggest names in wrestling versus the very best of Britain's wrestlers.
We've seen him hook for that cross-arm breaker and beat so many men with that over the years on worldwide television. But he hasn't managed to get Jody Fleisch in it yet. And Jody Fleisch with a brilliant enziguri counter. El Patron's all over the place. Hurricane Rana. Fleisch has got him. He's got him here. Can he pin him? No, he can't.
Again, I don't envy the referee here. He needs to be very sharp because there's so little room for error here. So close, this matchup being over. Just kicked out there.
It's not often you get this kind of reaction in a match involving two popular men, because the crowd are usually divided. They're not sure who to cheer for, so sometimes they don't cheer at all. That hasn't happened here. They've been making noise from beginning to end for what has been a tremendous match. Jody Fleisch in a compromising position. El Patron trying to hook him, trying to take him down. Oh, he hit him. A reverse DDT off the ropes.
Greg,
1, 2. No.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. The angle that he landed on his head there from the top rope, Greg, it was like a reverse DDT, but dropped straight on your head. I can't believe that Jody Fleisch is still alive and kicking in this matchup. You have to give total credit to him to even be surviving at this point. But now Alberto El Patron,
he's got hammer.
He's had enough of fun and games. Yeah, he's used it though.
Well, no, I think he would get disqualified if he did.
Oh, he is. He's bringing it in. He's bringing it in. We need to.
He's obviously frustrated. He's not been able to beat Jody Fleisch with that.
And we don't want to see this, Greg. We don't want to see this. If he uses this, the referee will have no choice but to disqualify him. This is not how we want to see this matchup end.
It's not going to end like that because Jody Fleisch drop kicks the hammer out of El Patron's hand and sends him nether regions first across the top turnbuckle. And can Fleisch, can this UK high-flying legend, this man who El Patron sought out, wanted to wrestle, wanted to test himself against, can he get the job done and score a big victory over the visiting Mexican?
Jody Fleisch has just eaten some horrible headbutts there. Now he's in prime position for that double stomp.
A huge double stomp. Will this be enough? 1, 2, 3. It is.
Greg, take nothing away from Jody Fleisch. That was an unbelievable effort. But there is a reason that Alberto El Patron has been a multiple-time world champion, why he is one of the very best in the world. Jody Fleisch couldn't quite get it done tonight, but what an effort. This match was a statement for the quality of British wrestling right now, especially here in 5-star wrestling. And Alberto El Patron, it looks like he's ready to show some respect, Greg.
Indeed. It's been a great match. Alberto wanted to find out about the Jody Fleisch. So, what a match. Alberto El Patron, as I was saying, he was wanting to find out whether Jody Fleisch was good, as he heard he was, and I think he found out the answer was in the affirmative. The question is, has Jody Fleisch earned his respect?
Jody Fleisch took Alberto El Patron to the limit there.
Jody definitely did everything he could. Kicked out of the reverse DDT. And really spiked for that reverse DDT as well.
It's because you still owe me those 25,000 pounds. Don't be afraid. Come on, Linsky. Pay your debt. At least hand me the microphone and shake my hand. Okay, Belfast. You know I love to talk, but I'm gonna keep it short and simple because I just want to say thank you, Belfast. Thank you, Ireland, for showing me so much love and so much respect.
Great reception for Alberto.
When my beautiful kids ask me, Daddy, why don't you stop? Why you keep traveling all over the world, entertaining people instead of staying home with us, with your children? I always answer, because every time I take that plane and go somewhere else, I hear the love, the chants, and in every single town I hear that famous see. Well, you also know that I'm a man of respect. I'm a man of respect, and I don't pay compliments to people if they don't deserve it. And this man right here, he deserves all my respect.
So there we are.
So come on, Belfast! Let's give some love for the Phoenix! Let's go, Jody! Let's go, Jody! Let's go, Jody! Amigo, you're a real warrior. You're a real fighter. And tonight, you gave me a hell of a fight to entertain all these fans. They're real fans, because this is a real company. You are real fans, and we are real pro wrestlers.
And there we are. Respect.
Ladies and gentlemen, all of you, God bless you every single day of your life.
Alberto El Patron defeats Jody Fleisch, but endorses him. And Jody earns his respect. More from 5 Star Wrestling after this.
From home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake. I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know. Now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to. 'Cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to create a machine. Cities of resistance falling under our fate of machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us. 'Cause we are remember the way we used to feel before we were made from steel. We will take a field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. I'm ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do. So you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to create a machine. Cities of resistance.
in Plymouth. Rey Mysterio, Rob Van Dam, Moose and Grado got a measure of revenge on the Scouse spokesman, Liverpool's #1 Zach Gibson and his cohorts. But Rey Mysterio scored the pinfall. It was clearly tainted.
I said the next time that you give them what they want, there will be consequences. And next week, you are going to see the real 5-star champion.
So tainted, the victory by Rey Mysterio over Liverpool's #1. Gibson clearly had his foot under the bottom rope. The referee didn't see it. He should have called the pinfall off. It didn't happen. The referee's decision is final. Gibson furious. And he says that this week we're going to see the real champion.
And Greg, he keeps talking about consequences. He keeps saying that. But what specifically are these consequences going to be? What does he mean when he says the real wrestling champion?
Well, the 5-star champion, Jake Hager, not here. So we'll find out what happens when Zach Gibson comes out as a guest on the Modcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Modcast. Please welcome the Modfather, Flash Morgan Webster.
Well, every week this young man comes out on 5-star wrestling. Plenty of energy and plenty of style, plenty of retro cool. And with his very own in-ring chat show, the Modcast. And this week, all serious, no set, no frills. He realises, the Modfather, that he has got his most controversial, his most talked about, his most anticipated guest to date.
The thing I enjoy about Flash Morgan Webster is that his spirits are high no matter what happens. He's had a difficult time in 5-star wrestling. He's not in that win column, that W column yet, but his spirits are still high.
How's everyone doing, Belfast? Now for all of you who don't know who I am, my name is Flash Morgan Webster. I'm the undisputed king of the mods, or more importantly, tonight I will be your host, or as I like to see it, facilitator for all these chats, discussions, gatherings. Ooh, I love that word, gatherings, with your wrestling favorites, or as I like to call them, my wrestling friends. Now tonight, I'll be honest with you, the person I have in the ring with me tonight isn't actually my wrestling friend. If I'm honest, I don't think he's anybody's friend. But he's the man everybody's talking about. He's the man that everybody wants to see. So tonight, my guest on the Modcast is Liverpool #1, Zach Gibson.
Now, Greg, one thing we can't deny, whether you love him or hate him, everyone has an opinion about this gentleman coming to the ring. Everyone is talking about Zach Gibson, and for good reason. Greg, what's your thoughts on this match?
Well, Zach Gibson with a live mic is bad enough. Zach Gibson on a chat show, goodness only knows what's going to happen. Let me tell you something, there was a very famous Northern Irishman called George Best who was on a chat show once, and he caused havoc. I think we could probably see similar controversy here once Liverpool's #1 gets in the ring with Flash Morgan Webster.
Get on with it. Get on with it. Okay, everyone. My guest, Zach Gibson. Okay, not the warmest of welcomes, I guess, but okay. So, Zach Gibson, you've come out here every week, and 5-star wrestling has some of the best talent from around the world. There's Rey Mysterio. There's Rob Van Dam. There's Jake Hager, but no matter who comes out here every single week, when you go online and you have a look at who people are talking about at home, it's you.
Of course they're talking about me. Do you not know who I am?
I am Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson. Soon to be recognised as 5-Star Wrestling's #1. Soon to be recognised as the UK's #1. And soon to be recognised as the world's #1. And 5-Star Wrestling, week in, week out, are throwing big money at overrated American names who hold this company over a barrel. Overrated American names who make their demands, who rinse this company for every single penny that they can get, and it is undeserved. And I, for one, am not going to stand here and take it anymore. You can forget about the all-American Jake Hager, a man who has had it written into his contract that if it's a little bit chilly outside, if there's a little bit of snow, he doesn't even have to show up to Belfast. You can forget about your guys like Rob Van Dam, who are going to show up for easy money. They know nothing about British wrestling. They know nothing about British wrestlers, which is why the other week, when Grado came out, he kicked him in the face on his own team. You can forget about 619 Rey Mysterio. He might be one of the world's most famous luchadors, but let's not forget that the man is about your height, that the man needs armbands in the shallow end, that the man will never be Liverpool's #1. I am fed up of playing second fiddle to the Yanks while they make these ridiculous claims. And I told you, and I told the world, that this week you will see the real wrestling champion, because I am not going to sit back there and do nothing. I am not going to walk out here and get disrespected with some daft little podcast, which they've already ditched your set. I make my own rules. Mr. Linsky, where is it?
Where's what?
What's he got there? It's a championship title.
That's
looks
not the
just
5-star
like the.
championship.
It looks very like it.
It's similar.
What does it say on
It
that?
says real.
Forget
Real.
about Jake Hager. Forget about 5-Star throwing money at the Yanks. Because from now on, this is the real 5-Star title. This is the 5-Star British title. A title for British wrestlers to fight British wrestlers. Because on a national British wrestling television programme, the Brits should be on top.
That is not a sanctioned 5-star championship belt.
Now, Zach, I totally agree with you, and I like the idea of a Brit versus a Brit. I really do. But you keep saying that British wrestling should be on top. But I can't help but notice you've kind of put the belt on your own shoulder. So, do you want British wrestling on top, or do you want Zach Gibson on top?
It's a great question.
First off, don't you dare talk to me in that tone. You sound exactly like all of these dweebs on the front row trying to put me off. You can't put me off. You can't put me off. I do this better than anyone in the world. I never asked for this spot. I never asked to be the voice of British wrestling. But someone had to step up. Someone had to stand up for British wrestling, and I just happen to be the very best at what I do.
I'm the man who stands up for British wrestling. I'm the man who stands up for our great wrestling scene. So I'm the man who is going to carry this title, and I'm the man who is going to carry this company.
The real wrestling champion, the real British
Calm down.
wrestling champion.
Enough with the jokes.
Oh, hang on a minute. That's the music of the English Lion, who last time we saw him, was lying flat on his back after a Herculean effort to win the 5-star championship, the proper one, the one that Jake Hager holds.
And that's right, Greg. Eddie Ryan had to get through 5 opponents in a gauntlet match before Jake Hager would even agree to face him. And Jake Hager very nearly lost the 5-star championship to this gentleman right here, Eddie Ryan, who is no doubt going to take exception to what Zach Gibson's saying.
Turn that music off. No.
Oh. The English Lion silences the mouth of McGull.
I have been stood back there for what seems like an eternity, listening to you whinge, cry, and moan about how you're being held down by the Americans. And I'm sure all of these people here are sick of it too. You say you stand for all of the British guys backstage. You say you stand for the British wrestling scene. And I don't see much standing. I see you losing and getting disqualified while I'm here breaking my back. Week in, week out, win, lose or draw, you won't hear me complain. I'm happy to be here.
Boring. Who sent out Sugar-Free King? Who on earth gave you a microphone? I'm the man who is going to carry this division. I'm the man who is going to carry this company. And I'm the man who is going to carry British wrestling. Don't you dare.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! You've got that shiny new belt on your shoulder and you think you're the man, do you? You think that you are the champion, you're the pinnacle. You're great, don't get me wrong, you are great. But we've done enough of this. I came here for a fight. I have travelled through snow, cancelled flights, and I am here. Zach Gibson, tonight, me versus you for your brand new 5-star Real Wrestling Championship.
Well, Eddie Ryan obviously feels that belt is symbolic of something.
You want to fight
special.
me? You want to fight me for the brand new title? What on earth have you done to deserve a title shot?
If you watched last week, you would have seen that I beat 5 men. 5 men.
Eddie Ryan, no one cares. No one cares who you beat. No one cares about how many men you ran through in the gauntlet match. Nobody cares about you. People are talking about me. People are already sending their tweets. Hashtag 5-star wrestling. Zach Gibson is the best thing on this show, and you do not deserve a title shot. So I'm taking my belt back to Liverpool.
Zach. I don't think that you fully understand what I just said. Management backstage clued us up on you bringing your new championship with you. And it's already been made. Tonight, it is going to happen. Tonight's main event, you, Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson, versus me, English Lion, Eddie Ryan, for your 5-star Real Wrestling Championship. And it's happening tonight here in Belfast!
Sounds like a main event to me, Greg.
There we go.
You think this is going to go now? We'll see about that, lad. We'll see about that. Here he comes!
Zach Gibson proclaims himself the real wrestling champion in 5-star. Eddie Ryan takes exception, and we're going to find out. who is the real champion. I think Jake Hager will take exception too, but he's not here. Main event coming up later on 5 Star.
Searching for a better life. They would take us far from home, far from all the things we know. Used to feel my body shake. I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know. Now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to. 'Cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to pray our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate. Our machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us. 'Cause we are remember the way we used to feel before we were made from steel. We will take the field again, an army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. I'm ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do. So you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines. Started with a stone cold heart. We don't need to pray our machines. Cities of resistance falling under our fate. Our machines. Emotionless, no battlefield can hinder us. 'Cause we are
So before the break, we saw Zach Gibson and the English Lion, Eddie Ryan, in a really heated situation. But wait a second.
Hang on a second, Greg. We've got...
Oh, it's Joey Axel. What's Joey Axel doing here?
He's not his wrestling gear either.
Well, I mentioned earlier tonight, Jody Fleisch was preparing for a different opponent before he got called up by Alberto Alcatron. It's this guy.
Without a match. I've destroyed your snap or tap division. Your Matt Riddle isn't here. Nobody's here. I've broken everybody you've thrown at me. I've broken Nathan Cruz. I've broken Ligero. And I've even broken BT Gunn. And where are they now? Where's your BT? Where's your Nathan?
Well, Joey Axel mentioning BT Gunn by name, and here he comes, the new #1 contender, the man who beat Joey Axel in a beat-the-clock challenge last week. He won a match against Nathan Cruz quicker than Joey Axel won against Ricky Knight Jr., and that makes the Scotsman the #1 contender to Matt Riddle's newly won 5-Star Wrestling Tap or Snap Championship. And Joey Axel clearly furious. I mean, he has won a lot of matches, Joe, I'll give him that.
He has, and he can be furious all he wants, but rules are rules. It was whoever got the victory quicker in BT Gunn. won the challenge. So as you see, he's the rightful #1 contender to Matt Riddle, and I for one cannot wait to see that matchup. The grappling skills of Matt Riddle, the explosiveness of BT Gunn. Can't wait for that one.
Now you're here, you can walk back and get out of my ring. I've broken you once and I'll do it again, BT, so back off. I said back off, BT.
Oh.
Sorry, you didn't...
Oh, big right hand for BT Gunn. Did not take kindly to being pie-faced by the Melbourne Mohican. And BT Gunn is all over Joey Axel right now.
If there's one person you don't want to do that to, it's BT Gunn. But it's a microphone to the face.
Knocking BT Gunn down, and look at Joey Axel. This man, well, remember how he injured the Primate a few weeks ago on the Modcast, then attacked him again the following week.
Here we go with the Ayers Rock lock. This man has absolutely no remorse whatsoever. He doesn't just try to win matches, he tries to injure people. And that's what he's doing right now.
Somebody's got to get in there and
we need to get someone to separate
Somebody's got to get out there and stop this. We're a bit short on security because of the weather. And Joey Axel capitalising, leaving BT Gunn lying in a lot of pain. And he made him tap, and he may have snapped his knee right there.
And what does this mean for a #1 contendership match?
Well, BT Gunn is the #1 contender. Joey Axel does not like it. Joey Axel makes a statement. The tap or snap division heating up as we move into Aberdeen next week. Back after the break with our main event.
An army of 1,000 men. It's time to rise up, we're breaking through. Now that we've been improved, everything has been restored. I'm ready for the art of war. There's nothing more you can do. So you can run if you want to, 'cause we are machines.
Well, before the break, we saw a very angry Joey Axel provoke BT Gunn into physical action, but it ended with the Ayers Rock Lock, as so many times it's ended when Joey Axel has been in the ring with one of his victims, and with BT Gunn due to challenge Matt Riddle for the 5-star Tap or Snap Championship, scheduled for next week in Aberdeen. But look, is he going to be any fit state at all?
Greg, what has this done to the Tap or Snap division? It seems to me that Joey Axel just has absolutely no remorse for anyone else on the roster. We're going to have no roster left if he keeps doing this.
Well, from the Tap or Snap Championship, we go to the new Real Wrestling Championship, introduced by Zach Gibson. He's going to defend it against the English Lion right now.
The following is a singles match set for one fall, and it is for the 5-star Real Wrestling Championship. Introducing first,
so a real developing news story here tonight in 5-star wrestling. Zach Gibson came out on the modcast with his own championship belt.
making his way to the ring from Plymouth, this is the English Lion, Eddie Ryan.
He said he was the real champion, Joe, and now he's got a belt, he says, to prove it, which he says is for British wrestlers, but yet when Eddie Ryan came out and challenged him, he didn't want a piece of him.
Well, as you say, Zach Gibson's calling himself the real wrestling champion, but there was nothing more real than the effort from Eddie Ryan when we were in Plymouth and he had to go through five members of the roster to even make it to get a title shot. There was nothing more real than that. So this to me is a very interesting matchup indeed, because now Zach Gibson is going to have to put his money where his mouth is. He's right, everyone's talking about Zach Gibson, but they're also talking about the superhuman effort from Eddie Ryan.
And he suffered a severe cut over his eye in that match with Jake Hager as well, and still soldiered on and nearly beat him.
And his opponent,
until, well, if you're watching last week or you've seen the repeats on Free Sports, you'll have seen the footage. We don't need to talk about what happened next. Let's talk about what's happening tonight. Liverpool's number one, who now holds the real championship.
making his way to the ring, he is Liverpool's number one, Zach Gibson.
Joe, I just want to allude to this real championship. Clearly, 5-star management got wind of what Zach Gibson was going to do. He was going to introduce his new championship belt, and I think it seems to me that they want to immediately get it off him. Would that not be fair?
Well, sometimes you need to be careful what you wish for. If you declare yourself a champion and management hear about it, they're probably going to make you defend the belt. That's why we've got a television program after all. That's where we are now. That's the situation we're in. Zach Gibson's going to have to put this new title on the line right now against Eddie Ryan. I don't think that's somewhere that any champion on the roster wants to be right now, because if there's anyone who can overcome the odds, it's Eddie Ryan.
Well, he did it last week in the 5-star gauntlet. He couldn't quite do it against Hager. Jake Hager not here. Jake Hager, the man with the gold, who says the golden rule is he calls the shots, as clearly as he spat his dummy out and taken his 5-star championship home, and that has left a gap which Gibson has filled, but 5-star management clearly have not been enamoured with Zach Gibson's words and actions over the past few weeks. And they have immediately stepped in. And we have got ourselves what Zach Gibson has always wanted. A one-on-one main event. Zach Gibson's in the main event on 5-star Wrestling live on Free Sports against a British wrestler. God forbid a British wrestler should main event a British wrestling show. Zach Gibson said it. Well, God forbid, we've got two of them. We've got what he wanted, Joe.
Well, is it really what he wanted? All that Eddie Ryan wants is a fair shot at a championship title, and one has to wonder tonight, is that what's happening? Because is the damage done from the gauntlet match? Has he fully recovered from that? As you said, he was opened up. Well, we won't go into details about what happened. As you said, we don't need to talk about that. But Eddie Ryan is probably not 100% right now.
Well, Zach Gibson talks about British wrestling, and he talks about it in reverent terms. Well, come on then, Zach. You've got a championship, a real British championship. Let's see some British technical wrestling that you champion Let's see it, and that's what we are seeing. We're seeing a wrist lock into a side headlock takeover, reversed into the head scissors by the English Lion, and Zach Gibson, who wanted no part of the English Lion earlier tonight.
And Greg, not many people can go hold for hold in that British wrestling style with Zach Gibson. He truly is an expert in that style. But again, if there's one person that can, Eddie Ryan is showing that he is on that level here tonight.
Hammerlock. Eddie Ryan keeping Liverpool's number one.
No.
Grounded, and Gibson saying no, he's not going to submit, but oh, he's in a lot of pain. Look at the way that his shoulder is being wrenched right there by an English Lion who's growing in stature throughout the weeks. And you know,
Greg, this is called a toe and ankle. Yeah. What you do is you pin the ankle down and you just wrench the toes, which rips apart the ankle.
Great finds the legs. They'll be setting him up now for a modified backbreaker. Bending Eddie Ryan, but Eddie Ryan floats into the cover, nearly scored the surprise pinfall, and Zach Gibson having to grab a hold after getting out of that at the 2 count.
Absolutely. This is not tap or snap. This can finish via pinfall or submission. And you saw there, even when you're applying a submission hold, you need to be aware of where your shoulders are at all times. Huge hip toss there from Eddie Ryan. Zach Gibson tries to get away. Eddie chases him down. Huge forearms to the face.
The Plymouth man, I tell you what, he was all over his local newspaper, the Plymouth Herald, after his brave efforts last week. What a night it was for the Plymouth Pavilions. It was almost a glory night for Eddie Ryan. Will it be a glory night here tonight with the real championship, according to Zach Gibson, on the line? Huge forearm shot from Zach Gibson. Irish whip on the English Lion, and Gibson stone-faced. Oh, but takes a boot in the face. Drop kick from Eddie Ryan. Crowd starting to get behind the Englishman as he goes for the cover, and the Scouser escapes in the nick of time.
And we've said this before, Greg, that Eddie Ryan can feed off that crowd like no other. The crowd are literally like, it's like it's his tag team partner in there. I worry maybe does he rely on them too much sometimes, but it seems the roar of that crowd can carry him through any and all adversities.
Ryan was flipped onto the ring apron, and there we go. That's what he does. Zach Gibson, he zeroes in on the arm of his opponent so he can apply the Shankly Gates armbar. Now he's ripping at the face of the English Lion, who, as we alluded to, was opened up last week during that 5-star championship match with the All-American Jake Hager. Why have 5-star management sanctioned this match as the main event for the championship? I'm a little confused by that.
Well, I mean, it's difficult to get into the mindset of 5-star management, but I think it's one of those things, maybe they're looking to punish Zach Gibson. You know, be careful what you wish for. If you want to be a champion here in 5-star wrestling, then guess what champion has to do? Defend the title.
But this surely is a huge slap in the face to Jake Hager if he is indeed watching at home.
But 5-star wrestling need to do something. We need to have a championship title here that's defended. The fans deserve it every week.
Well, I can't argue with that. I'll tell you something, when Jake Hager returns, we may have a situation where we have a real argument over who is the real champion. Is it the real champion or the 5-star champion? It's very confusing.
But Greg, I think 5-star management has to be aware of that, because listen, if you get a confrontation like that, that's money. Now, there's 3 words that get thrown around a lot in professional wrestling, and that's no wasted motion. But it is certainly true with Zach Gibson.
Well, there's no wasted motion on that huge left arm clothesline. Once again, he's ripping at the face of the English Lion.
And that's a veteran right there. That is a veteran. Did you see the weight that he pressured down onto the chin and neck of Eddie Ryan to press his shoulders and face against the mat? And the second that he kicked out, Zach Gibson was already applying the hold.
Cobra clutch by Zach Gibson.
Otherwise known as the Bolton 3/4, Greg, is the British term for it. Won't have Zach Gibson. Here you call it that.
I'm sure that Zach would call me out on that, absolutely. Shots on the referee's blind side. I think they may have been with a close fist. Marilana did not see them, could not call them.
Liverpool's number
Gibson taking Eddie Ryan down. Well, the treacherous weather here tonight in Belfast and beyond has meant that this has been an abbreviated 2-hour version of 5 Star Wrestling Live on Free Sports, and we have packed so much in. So much has happened here tonight. Alberto El Patron making his debut. Pure Dead Brilliant getting a chilly reception from the Masters of Cool. Jody Fleisch having a tremendous encounter with El Patron, and BT Gunn getting laid out with the airdrop block. But the main story will be the creation of the real championship, and who will be the real champion coming out of tonight's show. At the moment, it's looking like Zach Gibson will retain.
I run this show.
And Greg, another one of the big stories that's come out tonight is, can we just say thanks to each and every fan who made it to the arena tonight, who went through awful conditions because they love professional wrestling as much as we do. To all the talent, all the wrestlers, all the crew backstage, everyone who went through hell and high water to make sure we could be here to entertain you.
And that includes our Hardy production team, because tell you what, it takes a lot to get an entire production team here in this kind of weather. But they made it, and we're bringing it live like we do every Thursday night. We'll be back in Aberdeen next week, back to 3 hours. Make sure you tune in from 7 p.m. Who will be the real champion when we roll north of the border next Thursday night? Will it be Ryan? Will it be Gibson? 2 British wrestlers in the main event for the first time here in 5 Star Wrestling. History being made. The English Lion is starting to motor. He's got Gibson rocking. Gibson misses the clothesline. Big elbow from the English Lion. That big heart is starting to beat, Joe.
As we said, Eddie Ryan can feed off that crowd like no other. And he's going for the George Cross right now, but Zach Gibson has slipped out into the schoolboy position. Now he's locking up the Shankly Gates, and if you remember, Greg, he tried to pre-injure that arm earlier on in the match, so has enough damage been done. Eddie Ryan scoops out the back, he's tied him up, and he's going for that inverted pump handle suplex. Go for the pin, Eddie!
Chance for English Lion. Will he become the real champion? No, he won't. No, he won't. Eddie Ryan in the main event for the 2nd week running, challenging for a championship in 5 Star Wrestling. He couldn't get it done last week. He's so close. So close right now to getting it done this week. As he sets up possibly for a super kick. He nailed Jake Hager bang on the jaw with that last week and nearly knocked him out. Big shot with an uppercut from Ryan. Code breaker from Gibson. Super kick from Ryan, that's the shot! That's the shot! Eddie just needs to put his arm over Zach, and he could finally silence
this could be it, Greg, this could be it!
Oh, no!
Very nearly had our 2nd new wrestling champion in one evening, Greg. Anything can happen at any time in 5 Star Wrestling.
Well, what a match. And if this is indeed a new and officially sanctioned title here in 5 Star Wrestling, we couldn't have had a better match to kick it off. Oh, he might get him, he might get him! Zach Gibson having to cling onto the ropes, he knows the George Cross is coming. Gibson hanging on. Eddie Ryan, kicked. Great shot, and there's a beautiful code breaker out of the corner, and that could be it.
And Greg, as much as we don't like some of the antics of Zach Gibson, you have to take your hat off to his ability level. He is one of the best in the world.
Gibson setting up for the Helter Skelter, and he's hit it!
This is it, this is it.
The spinning suplex, 1, 2, no! No!
And you can see the frustration and disbelief in the face of Zach Gibson, nearly losing his cool there and taken out on the referee. He needs to remember that he can be disqualified in this matchup.
Well, what a hard day's night it's been for the man from Beatles country, Zach Gibson. Could not put the English Lion away with the Helter Skelter. It's been a roller coaster few weeks here in 5-Star Wrestling, that's for sure. And it's mainly been with this man and his incendiary words at the centre of it.
And now those classic British wrestling fundamentals are going out the window in favour of simple but effective, horrible boots to the temple, begging him to stay down.
I think he's trying to get Ryan to quit, Joe. That's not going to happen. An English Lion won't give up, but he may have to if Gibson hooks on that Shankly Gates.
Elbow after elbow to the temple of Eddie Ryan, followed by going for... I think he's almost got it. He rolls through.
Indeed, Ryan countered. Ducks the clothesline. This is his own. Double clothesline, they're both down.
And it's very hard to pick a favourite right now, Greg. These two are
wrestlers at the top of their game. Main event in live on British television, like it was always meant to be. And I'll say one thing for Gibson. I may not have always agreed with what he said, but I definitely agree with him in that sentiment. This is how it should be. But who will win? Gibson now. Shot after shot. Trying desperately to get Eddie Ryan to quit, but it's not going to happen. Look at those forearms from Eddie. Gibson plants the knee and fights back.
It's becoming very vicious very quickly. Both these men want to finish this matchup.
There's the super kick. Gibson, and his eyes roll back into his head by that one. Can he hook the
locked in?
plus?
He hits
Yes,
it.
he can. He's got him.
He just needs to go. 1, 2, 3.
Eddie Ryan beats Zach Gibson.
We've got a brand new real wrestling champion.
Clean in the middle of the ring. Zach Gibson. Eddie Ryan is the real champion of 5-Star Wrestling. Zach Gibson got everything he wanted. He proclaimed himself the real champ. He got himself in the main event. Oh, wait a second. Zach Gibson never walks alone. Despite the fact he's a Liverpool fan, he's got Maxted and Sterling here to do his dirty work. And they are beating down the English Lion, Eddie Ryan. Why does every show end like this?
Every single time it seems like Eddie Ryan is about to have his moment. Someone or something spoils it, but they can't take it away from him that we do have a brand new real wrestling champion here in 5-Star Wrestling. And this is certainly an interesting dynamic when you think about a 5-Star champion being Jake Hager. What's he going to have to say?
Oh,
and we'll just yeah.
Maxted and Sterling are beating down Zach Gibson. What are they doing? Maxted and Sterling are beating down Liverpool's number one. And Eddie Ryan.
What is going on?
Maxted and Sterling have been with Zach Gibson for the past 2-3 weeks.
What's happened?
Wait a second.
And are we allowed?
What the?
We can't show that. Show another shot.
I have no idea what is going on right now, but I guess we'll find out in due course. This has been 5-Star Wrestling from Belfast. See you next week.
Cut it.
All the things we know used to feel my body shake. I won't ever break another bone. We ran out of luck, I know. Now we're indestructible. There's nothing more you can do. So run if you want to, 'cause we are machines.